Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group web-based multiplayer game controller V2. Nature project, Mr. Muhammad FAJRI AMIRUL NASRULLAH. This my group, Ahmat, Ihsan, Felix, Hepri, Juniar, Eka Rosyida, Selvi, Eka Oktavia, Desy, Leviana, Firdhi, Waskita, Firdaus. Background of study. At this time, the development of technology is growing rapidly. One of them is in the field of entertainment that is liked by everyone, namely games. One type of game that is currently being played is adventure because it is driven by exploration and solving puzzle in the game. The team that discussed the topic of the game was the web-based multiplayer game control V2 team with a game titled Adventures of Neko and Niku. The Adventures of Neko and Niku game was developed with an adventures theme played through a website and using controller.
Okay, for research problem, there are what is the reason for making an adventure type game, what is the purpose of making adventure of Neko and Niku, how to finish the game adventure of Neko and Niku, and what are the obstacles when making games. Next is purpose of the study. The purpose of the study of this report are as follows: complete project-based learning with the topic of web-based multiplayer game controller, create an adventure game with multiplayer and web-based features, and presenting games with various challenge and various backgrounds, make the controller as an additional device in playing the game, and to fulfill the required course such as game programming, hardware programming, English, broadcasting, and system editing. For theoretical base, for literature study, we found similar game with the title Water Girl and Fire Boy. In additional, at the literature study stage, we are also looking for reference and the process of making controller that will be used in the game. We look for this reference on YouTube, website, and console with related lectures. This game was made using Vue software, Unity for compiling the game program, and using Visual Studio Code as editor and Adobe Illustrator for making the asset for the game.
Benefits of study. The benefits of this report is to introduce games with multiplayer features, web-based, and playing using a controller. As for the benefits of this game, apart from entertainment, it can also make players more diligent and concentrate on seeing the situation. The game also has a collaboration feature, which can make players practice sportsmanship to achieve game targets. Project description. Adventures of Neko and Niku is a web-based 2D collaboration game that is played in the multiplayer and use an additional device in the form of a controller with Arduino. The game tells about the adventures of two cats to be able to meet the gods so that they can get power to fight their enemies. 3 different locations into the level, where each level has 3 levels with different difficulty. This game is targeting the general market. This game was created to build teamwork for each player for completing the game.
Output. Okay, next. Output the program output. There is game, video tutorial, game controller, logbook, PowerPoint slide, final report, license documents, manual book, product poster, demo video script, and storyboard. Project story. This is a logbook that is done every week. Okay, next. Project result. Game adventure of Nico and Nico is a game with two cat characters that work together to complete a mission, which is to collect points in the form of food and task warriors obstacle together.
Okay, next. This is about game system. First of all, we need to start the game. After we start the game, the player must collect some point, and then the game is timed, like 2 minutes each level. That's it. Okay, about production. This game was in by using software and AI or orchestrator for asset tracking. Next, project details. Okay, about project details. In the before production, what we do is meeting with project manager, looking for the game reference and others. In the production section, we create some characters, we create some assets, creating UI, making sounds, and others. And after production phase, we doing some testing games and exporting games and making poster and others. Next. Okay, the player character is Niku and Neko. Niku will be girl and Neko will be boy. Next. The enemy in this game is dog, cat, and others. This is a home UI, and there is a loading screen and pause. And this is a 3-level design, and this stage design. This is a background in level 1, level 2, and level 3. Next. Next, Erin. Okay. In this game, we must make some controller that will be play in this game. The control we make is with Arduino with and push button. Next.
Okay, the problem we got during working with this project is lack of available tools as controller. So solution carried out is by waiting because buying it yourself is expensive. The problems encountered in the project are lack of guidance from project manager and supervisor, lack of knowledge about game, making so confused about where to start, and the difficulty of finding game coding reference that match what is needed so that it takes longer. So solution carried out is keep trying to find reference and information on the internet such as articles as well as YouTube videos, then look for acquaintance who can be asked about the project being made.
Right, curse of relationship. The first curse that have relation about this PBL is game project, game programming, which is students are able to understand the use and creation game using Unity software. And the second one is hardware programming, which is students are able to understand and practice the concept, ways, and methods to create system programming application, which connect hardware and software. And the third one is broadcasting, that makes students can understand and use broadcasting equipment as well as understanding broadcasting. Broadcasting programming, journalism to students. The final product is the form of soft news videos and script. And the last one is editing system, which is students are able to explain the basic concept of or the students are able to explain the basic concept of video and film editing using digital media and produce a video work as a editing activities. Result is a script and video game demo. All right, next, please. And this about each of the member, which is the first one is Ahmat. He's the leader of this project actually, and creating the game concept, designing game character, and creating controller is part of his job. And the second one is Muhammad Ihsan. He's actually he's responsible to creating the game concept, designing the game character, designing game properties, composing game, developing game programs, and creating controller. And the third one is me, Felix Junior. Have a responsible to the game concept, designing game properties, composing gameplay in Unity, making game demo video, animated cutscene, and yeah. And after that, the next one is Eka Rosyida. Have the same responsible with Selvi Eka Oktavia. The job does is creating game concept, designing game properties, composing unit, creating controllers, contacting the lecturer to guiding us, and develop the project output. Next, please. The next one is Leviana, creating the game concept, designing game properties, composing gameplay in Unity, creating controller, contacting the lecturer also, sending a cutscene, develop project output is part of her job. And the last one is Firdhi is the developer of this game. Actually, he's creating game concept, designing game properties, composing play in Unity, developing game program, and creating the controller. All right, next, please. And this is the last one is the conclusion. Okay, about all of the things that we already explained, the conclusion is we were able to learn how the process of making, starting from the production, pre-production, production until to post-production stage. We can learn how to work together in a team and how to solve a problem. We can appreciate the process that is important, not just the result. We can also learn how to develop a good plan so that the process can be structured and controlled. And we also learn about how importance of having the courage to ask the question to lecturers especially and continue to seek information in order to complete the adventure of Neko and Niku game project. Right? And here's some of the documentation that we have. Next. And that's all. Thank you very much for your attention to watch our presentation. And I think that's all. The time is for Sakirin.